3, 2. Hey guys, welcome to Chris Mack. For today's video, I'm beyond excited because we have the 2022 Acura TLX Type S. We're going to do a quick review, then we're going to drive it on the road. Please be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Let's get into this video, shall we? Alright, starting on the outside of the 22 TLX Type S, let's start off with your key fob right here. It is specified for the Type S version with your lock, unlock. You have a remote start function, trunk, and a panic. But look at this exterior, very aggressive. Does come with your jewel eye LED headlights. This lovely black lip spoiler down here. Aggressive grille with your Type S in the middle. Does also have adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and other driver assistance features. Looking at the wheels, these are 20-inch multi-spoke wheels with a gunmetal finish. You do have Brembo brakes, 14 inches in the front and 13 inches in the rear. Now you can get the tire and wheel package, which will reduce the weight by 21 pounds overall from the lighter tires and wheels. Type S logo with black mirror caps. You do have a moonroof up top. This is your window sticker right here, $54,000. Looking around back, you do have these big aggressive quad exit exhaust tips. Nice carbon fiber diffuser right here. Full LED tail lights. And look at this carbon wing right here. Wow, this is, you got gunmetal finish Acura badges, and there's your backup camera right there. You do have 13 cubic feet of space back here with cargo mats. Let me show you under the hood of the TLX Type S. One other feature I did want to talk about, this does have keyless entry for the front and rear door handles. Under the hood is your 3-liter turbo V6, 355 horses, 354 pound-foot of torque, 19 in the city and 24 on the highway, about 20 combined. It is connected to a 10-speed automatic transmission. Vehicle is around 4,221 pounds. Premium gas is recommended. Now let me show you guys the cockpit of the TLX Type S. Show you around back. I have the seat set up to my position right there. I do sit kind of far back for my height, but I do have about 2-3 inches of legroom right here. Headroom is actually pretty good. I have about an inch, maybe inch and a half. But the rear seat accommodations does come with your red interior. All the materials do follow through to the rear seats. 2 cup holders and a place to put your phone. As you can see, you have soft touch materials right here. Your ELS audio system. Some more red. That's one thing I do like about the TLX Type S. It's not a whole bunch of red. It's just enough red just to make it pop. But let me show you guys the cockpit of the 22 TLX Type S. Does have 16-way power seats. Everything's adjustable, as well as your bolsters. There's your trunk release right there. Automatic windows. You have nice carbon fiber trim right here with 2-person memory. Leather stitched, and you have a nice suede material right here. More soft touch materials. Looking on the interior of the TLX Type S, you have your driver assistance right here, screen brightness, automatic wipers, parking, as well as traction control, parking brake on this side. Now in the driver's section, you do have your light controls on this side, which are automatic. Have nice paddle shifters with a nice feel, very sturdy and durable. Wiper controls, and over here on this side on the steering wheel, you can control your adaptive cruise, lane keeping assist, and on this side, scroll through the different menus. This side will scroll like your radio presets, voice commands, volume, and different apps in the central screen right here. Use this side to toggle through the different displays in the central screen for trip computer, navigation, oil, maintenance, and also like the superhandling all-wheel drive, what percentage you'll send the power to the front, rear, or torque vectoring. Driver assistance tech. You also have your sport gauges. You got your boost and your acceleration. This is your push button start over here. Now looking at the center console, let me first start with the center console right here. You do have pretty good storage with a 12-volt charger, 2 USB ports, and of course you do have a wireless charging pad, which we'll try out with my iPhone 13. And you see it's charging right there. You can turn it off with this button right here, no problem. You have cup holders, which are kind of small. They're not American size, but nice little armrest to control your center screen right here. Use this mouse pad to control all the different options. So you have your home button and a nice back button in case you make a mistake. Sirius XM radio. I'm turning that down so we don't get a copyright. But let me show you guys the navigation. You know, we of course do our navigation test. We're going to try out and see how that does. So we'll go ahead and we'll search. So go over to find, search. So you could draw letters or numbers.
Z.
Hold on. But yeah, let's try this. 2404 Crane Highway, Bowie, Maryland. So it's processing.
I didn't understand. What can I help you with?
Navigation.
Where would you like to go?
2404 Crane Highway, Bowie, Maryland.
Here is more information for 2404 North Crane Highway. Would you like to begin the route?
Yes.
Starting route to 2404 North Crane Highway.
So as you can see, the navigation is pretty easy to use once you get the voice command down packed. You can also scroll it in with the writing dial right here, which
now
is
turn left and then turn left at the end of the road.
So as you can see, it's actually pretty good once you get the hang of it and the voice command gets a little bit more familiarized with you. I do wish it was a touch screen to scroll through the different presets, but it's not bad overall. And of course, we do have to try out the audio test real quick. We're going to try it out. This does have the ELS Studio 3D sound system, so we're going to try out the connectivity. So we're going to enable Apple CarPlay, and we're going to try out the audio.
Let's go. Yeah. I'm like an addict. Do I gotta have it? I ain't even playing. Got a really bad habit. If it moves.
So as you can see, the audio test, the ELS 3D sound system works pretty good.
Playing got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9.
Very clear, crisp audio. So we go ahead and pause that. Now, of course, over here you do have your different vehicle settings. So you just scroll over. So you can also scroll through like your different screen on this side over here. And then over here you can also go over to your different vehicle settings. Now I'm trying to get over the vehicle settings, and it's not gonna lie, it's kind of hard and frustrating, but here, let's see what we can do. So yeah, these sides over here, you can actually dial like in your screen over here on this portion. So if you want to have navigation and radio at the same time, you can do that. So it does also have your different vehicle functions. Man, do I wish it was a touchscreen. But volume control. This is your gear shifter right here. You put it into reverse. You do have a backup camera with parking lines right here. You do turn with the vehicle. You have guidance lines. Neutral, a drive, as well as a sport mode on the transmission. You do have a brake hold function, a auto start stop. Does have heated and cooled seats, 3-stage for both, and a automatic function. This is your climate control right here, dual zone climate control. Have hazards. You do have your glove box right here. I do love the carbon fiber trim right here. It's very nice. Really pops with the red interior. Up here you do have your garage door opener, sunglass holder, LED illumination throughout the interior, sun visors with illumination. I wish it was LEDs. But you do also have a sunroof. It's not a panoramic, but you can really hear like the exhaust. So when you're driving, it sounds a lot better. But of course, let's go ahead, take for a drive, because that's what counts with the TLX Type S. Let's get into it. All right, we are starting out in comfort mode. Hey, but you turn up here this light. Okay. Now, as you can see in comfort mode, the car is pretty good versus other vehicles in the segment. The 10-speed is very smooth at shifting. You also have auto start stop. Driver assistance over here. Just the first 100 feet of driving this car, everything is just very dialed in, smooth. Even the steering and comfort is pretty precise. You have a moonroof up top. Let a little bit more light in. this in Sport Plus. I feel the downshifts get a little bit more aggressive. We'll just give it a little kick and see how it does. Wow. Lovely downshift. I have to say though, they did do a good job with the 10-speed automatic. The shifts, the downshifts, it's ready to go. And you can also use the paddles in a manual mode. One little downside to that is that the paddles they don't let you like bang off the rev limiter like a traditional sports vehicle, but it's actually pretty good. Alright, we're gonna see how she does. Sport Plus. Wow. See, that was about 4.9 seconds to 60 right there. And the pops between shifts, so loud. I think it's actually loud on the outside. I think that's what I like about the TLX Type S. It has its own character, its own DNA. Now, depending on how you do your acceleration, for example, Car and Driver, they got 4.5 seconds, but that was with a probably 5-foot rollout. But on the road, you'll probably get about 4.8, 4.9 seconds in the balance. Feel a little bit of the weight when you go around the corner, but overall it's pretty good. You do have to remember this thing is 4,200 pounds. And the brakes. So it has 14-inch Brembo brakes in the front and 13s in the rear. Try checking in a little bit. I just feel so confident in this car. Wow. Now, a couple of things that I think that could be fixed with TLX Type S is a advanced package. If you compare this against the TLX regular version 2.0, advanced, it has like things like head-up display, heated rear seats, 360 camera, a couple of nice options that I would have liked to see in this vehicle, but at the same time, you gotta remember they want to keep this at a certain price point, so you have to consider both of those things. Compared against like the lower competitors like a G70 Genesis, which I've driven a lot, and the Kia Stinger, those come at around the same price as this with all the options. But I do have to admit, the car sounds a lot better than those two options. It's like a first gear roll. I can only imagine the aftermarket support with this vehicle. I've already seen videos with the Honda information that they use with the computer system to increase the power. This with about 400, 450 horsepower would be like the perfect sweet spot for most people. Alright, we're gonna turn onto the main road. You do kind of feel it's a bigger car. Let me talk about visibility. Visibility is good out the front as well as the rear. The side mirrors are a good size as well. You can see all the way to the rear of the vehicle, no problem. Now, the hood, Acura did make this more of a rear-wheel drive looking vehicle, so you do have a longer hood to be careful of out front, which kind of does decrease the legroom from the previous generation TLX, but definitely feels a lot more rear-wheel drive when you're looking at from the outside. But this one does also have the adaptive cruise control with steering assist, and blind spot assist is also in the mirror right here in the A-pillar, unlike most vehicles where it's in the actual mirror. Try another acceleration. Wow. The 10-speed just cracks off those shifts. I just wish I had a little bit more engagement with the paddle shifters. Like banging off the rev limiter would be nice, but first get the second gear roll. Oh yeah, wow. And the engine just sounds so good. Now, if you kept your foot in it, you would expect a quarter-mile time in the mid-13 seconds range. Also done by car and driver as well. But the shifts, though, the pops on the shifts, that's like my favorite part. Especially when you have the window open, like tilted open. You can really hear it. And then when you switch it back over into normal or even comfort mode, everything just tailors back and it's smooth. You do also have your adaptive cruise right here, which will follow the traffic in front of it. Steering response feedback is actually pretty good in comfort mode as well as sport mode. It's very precise. You can feel what the wheels are doing. And I just love this red interior. It's just nice. Now, what do I think about the car overall? Overall, it's a good option, and people who want a reliable sports sedan would want to get something like this. This is more in the bigger entry of the segment, so I'll compare this more on Q50 Red Sport level as far as like size and options. Now, if you add the advanced package and maybe, let's say about 400 horsepower, this would be like right there with the Q50 Red Sport. After recently driving one about 2 weeks ago, I can say it is pretty good, but the acceleration is definitely a little bit less than the Q50 Red Sport. But you do also have to calculate the weight, and it has about 50 less horsepower. So if Acura had like a 400 horsepower version, that would probably suit the Q50 Red Sport as tough Japanese competition. Now the Kia Stinger, I recently driven one of those. I have to say the chassis dynamics is good on that one. And the 3.3 for its first try actually does pretty good in the segment. Also includes the G70, which is a lot more of a tighter, smaller package. So right over here. Okay. But honestly, overall, Acura might have probably put this vehicle in the wrong segment. This is more of a, if we compare it against a BMW 540i, E450, even A6 3.0 turbo, this is like smack right in line with those vehicles. Even like the size, it's about 195 inches long. It's one of the longer entries in the segment. Just needs a little bit more risky legroom, and then I think it'll be a perfect mid-size option. Now, another car that did come to mind when thinking about it is the Lincoln MKZ Black Label, when they used to have one of those. That would compare perfectly fine to this. So this is more of a tweener vehicle. So overall, I like the TLX Type S. It sounds nice. The interior is nice. The technology, yes, it don't have digital gauge cluster, but it's reliable. And you can start this thing and you know it'll start every time. A couple other things that surprised me about the TLX Type S is that the ride noise is very quiet. It's definitely a luxury car, like more towards the luxury aspect. Has a nice blend of luxury with the quiet ride. Then when you put in sport, it's very sporty. It's like a nice middle ground between super sporty and daily drivable. I'm just really excited for the aftermarket support, seeing like 500 horsepower versions of these running around. That'll be like just so interesting to see. And the exhaust in sport mode, oh so addicting. Paddles are a little bit intrusive though, so when you go to slap a paddle or depress one, it will auto upshift for you, as I said before. But I mean, overall, the fit and finish is very well. Nice materials, a little suede right here. Now the super handling all-wheel drive was also changed for the TLX Type S, and it does have 70% to the rear, 30% in the front. This car is just tons of fun. I mean, it's just tons of fun. Now, I know somebody at my dealership that owns one of these, and I have to say I'm a little jealous. Wow. And the gear shifts just slap off. It's crazy. It's just so crazy. So crazy. You turn right here at the light.
Whatever you want.
Okay. Check out the turning radius. Come on, turn. There we go. I gotta tell you though, Honda Acura knows how to tune their engine. It's just, dude. with that, we are back at Acura. I have to say, this thing is just awesome. Definitely recommend somebody come down and test drive this car. I mean, so much performance. That is going to wrap up my video on the 22 TLX Type S. This is Chris signing out. Please be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications.